So,
So
what are we doing?
I'm going to start by taking my shoes off,
Okay.
because I can't really do ballet in those.
By the way, how do your feet look?
You
Because
know
I
what?
hear
I've
like
always
ballerinas, they're always...
I've always had pretty normal looking feet, I'd say. A lot of people are like, oh, they're not as crazy looking as I thought. I think my feet were meant to be in point shoes.
I was going to say, they look completely normal, but
They're
you
pretty
see
normal.
ballerinas all the time
Yeah,
whose
pretty
feet are
deformed
destroyed.
looking, yeah.
Like, and why do you think that didn't happen for you?
I think it's the shape of my foot, like the narrowness, like the way that they fit into point shoe. There's, you know, it's not fighting back.
And you were also able to get up on point a few months in, which is highly unusual.
Very unusual.
It normally takes how long?
Years, yeah. You know, I think I was born to do it.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll start with what the first thing that these kids that we're going to be seeing learn in a ballet class, which is first position.
Okay.
So that's just with your heels together and your toes turned out. Very good. And knees straight. Yeah, you can keep your
knees
as straight as possible.
How do you have your heels turned out and your knees?
So just, there you go. You're learning to use the muscles that wrap around so that your knees shouldn't be facing forward. They should be aligned with your toes.
Your knees specifically
Oh,
can
they're
do something
hyperextended,
unusual,
so
right?
they touch even when my heels aren't together.
How is that possible?
It's just from like the ligaments and everything that's really flexible that I was just born with.
Wow.
So this is first position with the arms in fifth en bas. And then we'll just do a plie, which means to bend in French, and stretch, and a plie, and a stretch. And then we'll learn tendu. So we're going to put arms in second position. And we'll do a tendu front. So it's where your foot points right in front of your nose. Amazing! And then back to first, and we'll plie. And we'll do the left leg, tendu front, back to first, and plie.
So Layla was telling me something that was super unique about you too, was that even from a very early age, you could see a movement and mimic it almost completely.
You did a pretty good job.
Oh, come on.
You did. I mean, yeah, that was, I think, one of my strengths was my visual memory, being able to see it and then like apply it to my body and then like retain the information. I think I've always been able to just like see movement and then like apply it to the music. But again, there's no shortcuts, and it takes time and stamina building in order to really be great at something. So it's taken me years, but in the beginning, yes, ballet was very natural to me, and it was something that I picked up pretty quickly.
And the hardest early movement to learn is what?
Which I'm not going to do today. I would say anything with a lot of repetition.
Okay.
So like I was saying earlier, the 32 fouettes, which is like a very difficult technical feat, and it usually comes at the end of a 3 or 4 act ballet when you're already exhausted and you're literally doing turns on one leg 32 times, repeating on your toe, rotating. That's things that take like the stamina and strength are probably the most difficult.
All right, give me one other pointer.
Okay, we'll start in fifth position. So that is where you have one leg turned out, and then the opposite heel is going to touch the toe. Perfect. And then you try and get your knees as straight as possible. And then stretch your knees. Yep. Beautiful.
I feel like
and then
I'm
we're
going to
just
break
gonna,
my legs and fall over.
We're going to do what is called susu. So we're going to rise up onto our toes this way.
Yeah, there's no way.
So you're in fifth position on the floor, and then you're going to rise up to susu.
We'll cut to you when they show that one.
That was awesome.